All right. So welcome to episode two. This is when I give away my full um, trading setup and everything about trading NAS 100 and futures as well, right? So if you're living in an area where you cannot trade futures, you cannot get, especially trade futures, meaning using prop firms or buying prop firms like Lucid, Apex, and you just want to continue with your CFD prop firms, but to trade NAS 100, this is it, right? Uh, Same three indicators. So you got Lux Algo session, and I've got only one over here, right? What you do is you put the purple one, that's for 8:30 to 9:30. You mark that range, and then that you don't need the Asia one, you don't need the London one, and you mark another one from 9:30 to 12. So that's up to New York lunchtime. I hope you understand. So 8:30 to 9:30, and then 9:30 to 12. 9:30 UK, sorry, 9:30 is when New York time. 9:30 is when the stock exchange markets open. That's when we do. So 9:30 is usually about 1.5 hours after um, um, the New York Open, right? Fine. That is one indicator, and the other one is this one, SMT divergence, right? So it's a free indicator. You can get SMT divergence TF4. You select CME mini ES1. That's what you'd usually select. If not, you can also go and select SP500, because there are sometimes there are some delays as well. So it all depends, right? Pivot strength, I have selected three, so that's up to you. Then line color and all those stuff. Fine. Those are the indicators. Any questions up to now? Good. Amazing. Fine. Right. Now, basically what we do is we only trade during a specific period of time. That is, you can see, let me just switch to 15 minutes, right? You can see this is 8:30, then this is 9:30. 9:30 is when the big move happened. Now I have already discussed this in when we are talking about lit and all those stuff, right? But if you watch my previous video, I think it's very clear I'm only focused on 1 is to 1 RR just to pass the prop firms. Maximum would be 1 is to 2. And then quick in and out, because the win rate is about 80% when you are doing that way. Okay? Fine. Okay, someone's. You might do, I hope not. Fine. Okay, that is the basic idea or the basic plan. Okay, now finding market direction is very similar to how we used to do with forex, right? Weekly, daily, monthly, whatever it is. But why NAS is because it's pretty bullish, isn't it? It's pretty bullish. So every day you wake up thinking it's gonna make the low of the day, and then your main idea would be to look for buys, unless you look for specific area of any inducement or manipulation or anything like that, right? Now, for example, of course, these days you would check, okay, uh, even if it's a bearish day or a bullish day, trust me, I'll show you some examples over here as well. You would be trying to look for mostly buy setups, or you look for where the price is induced or manipulated at a key time, which is our New York Stock Exchange market, and then you try to catch a reversal just 1 is to 1, or 1 is to 1.2, right? If you watch the previous video, you will understand why that is what we want to pass props. If you're trading personal, then of course you can go break even after 1 is to 1 and then hold it for a home run. Um, what you need to basically do is, let's go ahead with a couple of day starts new. Fine, let's do this. Right, let's say we are trading. So let's start with an easy day and then we'll go ahead with hard day. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So what we do, we initially mark the high and the low of the day, right? There you go. So I initially mark the high and low of the day. Um, and then I just switch to daily and then look any other key areas where the price could happen. So the next day what I'm expecting is a bullish day, right? That's my plan. My expectation is price open from here, create the low of the day, and then continue bullish, because nas is mostly bullish these days, right? uh, you need to understand to read about the geopolitical scenarios as well, what's happening around, because sometimes when the war is going on, you heard that stock market, there was a depreciation crash. So at that point is where you would play the Rangers, right? Anyways, okay. So day high, low, and you expect any other key areas where the price could come and sweep. Nothing clear on here, no fair value caps. You go for 4 hour, and you would see fine. So this is the daily low. You could see potentially price sweep here and come, but you would also see uh, this 4 hour as well, right? So unlike that, you won't be marking with rectangles, fair value gaps. You don't need to do that because you're just gonna catch a small trade, right? And then you switch to 1 hour, fine, okay, 1 hour. And then now you play the price action, right? You wanna play the. You don't trade during the Asia. It's very much tempting to trade during the Asia if you guys have seen these days how the price moves. Uh, but that's when you need to control yourselves. Yeah, you need to hold the horses. Okay, fine. So I'll just mark with the vertical line where um. So my okay 1 o'clock. So we'll wait until that. This is UK time. Remember, yeah. The indicator hasn't come in yet. Fine. That's when the 1 o'clock candle comes. Now you need to mark the UK time 1 p.m. high and low, right? I hope you guys are taking notes, right? 1 p.m. high and low. So 1 p.m. high and low of UK time candle is basically the 8 a.m. New York candle high and low, right? So you got the New York high and low here, you got the daily high and low here. You see what has happened now, yeah? Daily previous day high had been swept. um you can see price has dropped down. Now this is the 1 p.m. high and low, this is the daily low. Any other key level, so basically 1 hour fair value gap is a key area where we usually mark. So you could see here this price had reacted, right? Now I know this is too much, but you need to identify swing highs and swing lows, right? So daily high and low, mark the key areas, maybe 4 hour, and then you mark the 8 p.m. candle high and low, then you mark the swing high and low. So if you look at the swing high and low, this is the high, this is the low, right? So what we do is you would mark that high because you're marking potential areas of liquidity, right? So we just change the color. That is there. That is there. So what does it mean? Now the next candle is the 2 p.m. candle. If you're expecting a buy, the price has closed here. The price can sweep this low and then go up, right? Price can also sweep this low into this 1 hour fair value gap and then go up. Why are we only talking about going up? Because if we don't find a setup for buys, we basically will not trade, right? It's better not to trade if you don't set up a buys. Now, you would be trying to trade going against your instinct, saying, okay, this is um, a 1 hour fair value gap. You can see a yellow bar pin candle. You can see a break of structure below here, right? It's gonna open. Why can we not trade into it? Yes, you can trade into it, but understand it's all a risk for you to look for trades into it rather than you trading away from it, right? So it's all about what kind of risk you'd accept. But I would not jump the gun until I see any sorts of time and all those stuff, and until the New York Stock Exchange market opens. Okay. Any questions so far up to now? Have you guys understand to mark the key liquidity areas, right? You guys are already advanced, so I don't think you need to spoon feed you in, right? Um, Another thing with just an additional tip is like when you trade with NAS and everything, some people also mark the new midnight open. Have you guys heard about? So midnight open is 000, so UK time will be about 5 a.m., right? So 5 a.m., so that is this candle. This candle midnight open, that also a key area, but I'm not much focused about it. So you can mark the new midnight open as well. Hi, no name. What's up, man? Yan. Good to see you. So we just starting. You can watch the initial part, whatever you missed through the recording. But let's continue for now, right? Basically, daily high and low, 4 hour key levels. 8 p.m. high and low of, sorry, 1 p.m. candle high and low UK time. Swing high and low of the 1 hour. Now you patiently wait because you're only gonna catch a 1:1 trade or a 1:1.2 trade, right? Entries are on 5 minute or in 15 minute. That's my personal preference. Lobby sometimes is aggressive, so he goes with 1 minute entries, which you can do, but because of all the backtesting data and all the reasons I've gathered, I prefer to go with 5 minute or 15 minute. Okay, now um yes, 5 minute for you as well, Mehul. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So you can see here now this is not stock exchange mark open. You can see the indicator clear showing at 1:30. Okay, fine. Now we are waiting till 2:30, right? So on 15 minutes, you're waiting for it patiently. Fine, not yet. So this is still 2:15. Now you could see this low had been induced, right? Okay, fine. This low had been induced. Now you need to, you're on 50-minute time frame. Now you're trying to think, okay, is stock exchange going to open, sweep this low again? Because that's already induced, right? Right? That's induced, so you can mark this high as well. So 15-minute high and low. Now you're patiently waiting. Is it going to induce and go up, or will it induce and go high? So even if you're in a trade from here, you would try to close or take partials from any of this here. I think this is the day I got my break even. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Um, Fine. Now what's this? The 2:30 candle has opened. What do you see, guys? This is when the 2:30 candle has opened. So 15-minute candle has closed, swept these lows and closed as well. This is the only key area which is remaining. Remember this area, right, which I marked the 1 hour high and low, but the previous candle high and 1 hour has been swept as well. The 50-minute low has been swept as well. So we'll switch to 5 minute to see whether you've got any sort of a clear entry. Okay, Majestic has joined as well. Amazing. Okay, so we'll switch to 5 minute to see whether we have got any sort of clear entry. Now, entries wise is to, we need to look for any inverse fair value gap that has been created or an order block, right? So basically, what you need to see is if price closing above this, especially if the previous candle low is swept and then closed above, or you need to create an inverse fair value gap, right? If you see an inverse fair value gap, that is more overpowered than a breaking structure or whatever it is, right? So this is the swing low, swept close. So ideally you would want to see this is the next high. You can see price close above that to look for an entry, right? Because oh, this is the time which we want to wait. But you would see no, and then what to happen? So no entry here, and then what do you see? Can you see this one, right? This low, the 1 hour, the swing low and high which swept, that got swept now. Now what we want to see is price close above this one because there's no fair value gaps. Ideally, you would want to see a fair value gap, and you patiently wait. Fine. This is where I would enter, but not the best setup. Say 15 minutes. No, that's too big. But if you're targeting 1:1, yeah. So that's where I would enter, saying, okay, with all the backtesting data, this is more probability for me to enter. That's where entry where I would give. Uh, Listen, because I feel more confident, right? And remember this green line which I marked, the 15-minute tie. That's where you would ideally go partials or whatever it is. Um, but yeah, but you can hold up to here all the way, because that's the all-time high. That's where you know day is bullish. You know where there is fighting. So you can enter directly over there, or you set a limit here for it to tap to get the better RR, depending on whatever you like. And that's it, right? So the statistics of 1.2% win rate with a 80%, sorry, 1.2 RR or 1 RR with an 80% win rate. How many trades? You just can chat GPT or Google it and see, yeah, how it works. So this is an entry I would take. So if I lose this, I would still be fine with it, because this is how I would trade basically on a daily basis. I think this is the day was swinging every time. And then I told to Lowy, I said, okay, Lowy, I think I'm going to lose this trade after a long time. This is what the trade did eventually, if you guys can remember. Yeah. So after 12, after that's 5 p.m. UK time, after 12, I would not usually enter into any trade, if that's what you mean. And there you go, right? And once this high is taken, definitely break even, or right, definitely break even or partials. And then the day ended with that, I guess. Yeah, fine. You guys understood that trade, okay? That partial. So quick in and out, guys. That's why if you see people nas trading nas, you will see they will enter here. You can see a green mark here. You can see partials here. You can see partials here. You can see partials here. Those are all for a reason, right? Especially with nas or even with futures prop firm. So don't try to be greedy. Don't try to um, trade same in the same way as EU and GU as well, right? Fine. Majestics, I don't think I can explain again, but if everyone is okay, I can share the recording with Majestic later on, if everyone's okay, because he has attended it live, right? Okay, fine. So that's the basic thing. Mehul and PGV, you understood? You understood, yeah? You guys understood, right? I'll show another day. That's all you would need. Fine, cool. And then you stop trading now. So you switch to 1 hour, right? Now, if you're trading personal like me, when you're trying to flip accounts, which is what my next session is gonna be, which I'm gonna teach into, um, then of course what you would do is ideally you can hold it up to here, because you can see swing now, because you understand about high time frame structures as well, isn't it? Because we've read this. Look what's price creating here, fair value gap, then price is inverse this 1 hour fair value gap, dip here, create a new low. Now what we want to see is this 1 hour being disrespected, push here and then go up, right? So when you can read price action like that, then of course you can hold the hold till here, but after taking partials. But the unpredictability of NAS 100 is every time you try to get greedy to hold home runs, because me teaching you, telling you even 1,000 times about take partials, 1:1, 1.2 RR is enough for you, will not make you realize, right? You need to hold, have stop loss, have hit BE, and then go, in vain I should have closed, in vain I should have taken partials, in vain I should have done that. That's the whole cycle you need to go through yourself for you to realize there's no point in being greedy. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, let's go to the next day, and then Majestic would understand that as well. Okay, fine. Let me remove these drawings again. So about SMT, it's just a confluence, right? So for a buy setup, ideally you want to see a buy SMT setup, not a bearish one. But you should know, if you see a bearish SMT, there's a possibility for the trade to reverse. Okay, if you see the trade which I posted yesterday, isn't it? Yesterday you could see a bearish SMT there, and then the trade reverse. So that's when you need to understand. Okay, is there a potential for the trade to reverse? Should we take partials? Yeah. Um, Yan, no name, you okay? Do you understand? Is everything clear? Hope he's there listening. Okay, fine. Um, yes, okay, cool. So what we do, we go to the next day now. Remove drawings again. Fine. Okay, you mark the previous day high, low. Fine. Um, okay. Now the next day can be a bullish day because mostly it's bullish, right? Or because the previous day high had been swept close below, it can continue bearish as well. But even if it's gonna continue bearish, where is it can you continue bearish? Until the previous day low. So price can trade here. If it sweeps the previous day low, then most likely I will look for buys. Um, but if it goes deep into this, I will still look for buys or sell depending on it, right? But ideally, because the previous day low is swept, I might look for sales as well. So keep an open mind, because we only need to see the time and how the price moves, right? Remember, we're not gonna trade intraday moves. We are quick in and out, either 5 minute or 15 minute. Simple as that. Okay, fine. Go to 1 hour now. Oh, fine. Let's go to 4 hour before that. Fine. What does the 4 hour say? No 4 hour fair value gaps. The only fair value gap would be here. So that's very deep. You can see that. This is the previous day high being swept, right? Um, Now you switch to 1 hour. Okay, fine. Switch to 1 hour. I'm just gonna mark the 1 p.m. so that's easy for me to stop. Right, the 1 p.m. candle or the 8 a.m. New York candle. So we are on 1 hour now. Fine. We just want to get price to get there until there, right? So what happens? Da 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 da. Okay, price is moving down, right? Fine, and one more candle. Boom. That is the 12 p.m. candle, right? So we got one more candle. Fine. That's when we see this. Now, do you understand this whole move is so enticing for you? So enticing for you, but I don't want you to get in the habit of gamblingness, just like how you trade gold morning, afternoon, night. You need to have a proper setup, not to give in, just do your own stuff, but only trade once this is there, right? Okay, fine. So this is the 1 p.m. candle. You guys know we mark the 1 p.m. high and low, so you mark the 1 p.m. high and low. Fine, because we see a 1 hour fair value gap here. Can you identify any swing lows and highs? Okay, the only swing low I could see is this one. Okay, so maybe price can open here, swing all the way up here, and then go all that stuff. But other than that, this is 1 p.m. high and low. This is this one. Price is bullish. Has priced already. This is the daily low, right? Remember, this is the daily low and the daily high. So has it swept already? Is price gearing to become bullish, or will price tap this and then continue going down? Are you with me so far? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Now what we do is switch to 15 minutes. Fine. Okay, so 15 minutes shows, okay, there's an inducement, previous day low high swept, but the 1 hour low has not been swept. These lows have not been cleared as well, right? But can the price push up, right? Fine. So what happens basically? Um, so two, fine. Sorry. Now, when you see 1 hour low is here, 1 hour high is here, yet prices induce here. Can we look for a buy setup yet? It's just moving up. I don't feel confident to look for a buy setup yet because of there is no inducement of the previous 1 hour candle low, although previous low high has been swept. If I wanna see, okay, if because the New York Stock Exchange market open here, right? If I wanna see no, the only problem is now people would get FOMO. I would sometimes get FOMO as well when you see this 15-minute candle, right? So 230 candle has opened, so New York Stock Exchange market. Oh, it's gonna be bullish. Let me just do this. Target 1:1. I will not do it, right? I and advise you guys not to do this stupid as well, because there's no inducement or anything. That it's just FOMO. If you don't find the setup today, just don't trade today, bro. Right? If you don't find the setup today, just don't trade today. So what I do is just basically wait for it, and then what happens, and you could see this move happen now. Now the previous 1 hour has been swept. The only swing low is this one. Does it matter? I mean, if you take a loss trading this, I won't blame you, because 1 hour low has been swept. Early buyers have been taken out. They've been liquidated. 1 hour low has been swept as well. Previous day low has been swept. This is a good 15-minute direct entry for me if I would want to enter. Does that make sense? Or a switch to 5 minute. Now, 5 minute, what we want to do? We want to find an inverse fair value gap, or price close above this. So let's wait for it. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. So, okay, fine. One more. No, just beating around the bush. There goes. So no entry yet. Fine. So ideally, this day you would not have an entry, right? Ideally, this day you would not have an entry. But if it closes above, if you are FOMO, then you can look for an entry. It's about 6:30, very late. Let's see whether this just plays out. So soon after that, you would catch that, and then there you go, TP, and then you would hold until basically session high 1.65 after partials. Yeah, you take partials at 1:1 basically. Uh, there you go. There you go, guys. That's you trying to be patient throughout this whole move and not triggering, entering here, not entering here, not entering here, not entering here, being patient, and then finally when it breaks out, you can enter the trade, right? So you can see, especially when you see these candles, you'll be very enticed to enter, but you need to be patient because there's no 5 minute break, there's no inverse or anything like that. Once you have a closure, then of course, yeah, you can do it. Is everything clear so far, guys? Do you want one more example? Do you want one more example? Yeah, beautiful. PGB, beautiful trade. Right. Do you want one more example? Yeah, this is for Majestic No Name, or are you happy with it? Okay, one more. Okay, fine. Now, about profiling, right? So I know you guys don't have premium, but this is just for you to understand. You need to go for the 7 hour candle, which is basically build up inducement, and then progression, no, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, Asia, London, and New York, right? I think I spoke to you previously as well. If you see Asia like this, if you see London do this, then if you're looking for a buy setup, you would see New York do this. If you see Asia do this, if you see London do this, if you're looking for a buy setup, you would see New York sweep and then go up. If you see Asia do this, if you see London do this, right? If you are looking for a buy setup, New York will just continue. Do you guys understand the three ways? Yeah. So keep this in mind, right? Keep this in mind because this is important. And the main way I usually go through is to check the 7-hour candle. So just for me to profile it, profile what happens, and that's how I trade. Okay, fine. Now let's go for the other day. Remove all 9 drawings to the daily. Okay. Daily high, daily low.
If you have a yellow aura, you're a narcissist. What aura?
Fine. Someone's watching some video. Someone's at work. Fine. Right. So high, low, and then 4 hour.
Daddy, chill.
4 hours. So nothing clear on the 4 hour, as you could see. Just jump to 1 hour. Right. Nothing on the 1 hour. So you know the daily high and the low. So what day are you expecting, guys? A bullish day, right? Bullish day. Because daily, respecting daily fair value gap, pushed up close its rejection, reacted at this daily order block, as you can see here. So your target is this. You're expecting a bullish day. Switch to 1 hour again, and then you mark this one, and then you're waiting for basically 1 p.m. high and low. Yeah. Fine. That's when the 1 p.m. high and low happens. Now you mark the 1 p.m. candle high and low. Okay, cool. Swing structure wise, what are the swing lows you can see here? Swing highs and lows. So one swing high is this one. 1 hour swing. The other one is already this one, which the 1 hour has swept. But you can see a 1 hour fair value gap here. Right? So potential price to sweep here and then go bullish. If it just goes without us, it's not our day. Would you agree, guys? Everything clear so far now? Yeah, partials maybe somewhere 1 hour high and then this high and then we can target all the way up. Right? Cool. Now we switch to 15 minutes. This is very enticing, right? On a FOMO day, on a day where a DJ has joined the party. Too late, but not bad. Fine. So on a day where we have so FOMO, we would just click in, buy, but don't do it. Don't do it, right? Be patient. We need to you need to see what's happened. Fine. Has this open already, stock market? What? Oh yes, I've played that candle, right? So I think I marked the wrong candle. Wait. That is the 1 p.m. high and low. So no one corrected me. This is the 1 p.m. high and low. Right? This is the 1 p.m. high and low. 1 p.m. high and low. So you want the New York Stock Exchange to induce this and probably induce this and tap in here. Let's see what it does. So you open the 15-minute candle. Now what does the price do? Go up. Fine, not yet. Now it induces, right? So 2:30, right at stock exchange open time. Big candle Now I switch to 5 minute. All right. Now what you want to see? This becoming inverse. Because there is a fair value. Yeah. Yeah. So wait for it. That's a good entry. Now the only problem is if you market entry with this volume, your stop loss, where are you going to keep? Can you keep all the way down? That doesn't look realistic. So either way, you have to keep there and 1:1 here and take that risk, or you want to wait until price comes back here and then take that 1:1 hour here, all this liquidity running all the way here, right? So that's all up to you, up to your preference. I would still wait for that and let that tap in. Now I'm in. Boom, simple. 1:1, and you can hold the rest till there, whatever you need. And remember, this is when price reached so close, went up, and then hit my BE, but never hit my stop loss. Yeah, if I had held it, let me switch here. That's why it's always important to take partials at 1 hour, guys. No matter how convincing it is to hold up here, look at that, right? If I had not taken partials or even closed it, then it's a problem. But if you held it throughout, it's basically a TP, and then if you held, then if you had taken partials, I think the price went all the way up to there. Does that make sense, guys? Is it clear, or am I just being stupid? Right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful price action. Right? So basic take home message: don't be greedy. Try to take relevant partials at the key area. Uh, be very, very patient until the time comes, and then you need to enter. Uh, that's all I've have to got to say to you. And remember, we took 3 trades in a row, right? We take 3 trades in a row now, and we won. If you're on the Lucid, if you buy a Lucid prop firm challenge or an Apex for 35 USD, a 50k, right? You know how much is a 50k from funded next? Yeah, 350 pounds. So 35 USD you spend and you buy it. If you win 3 wins in a row, you can request a payout, right? Payout of 1500 USD. Because you're gonna risk 1500 USD, you just have to win. Risk the next 1500, you just have to win. 1:1, you win it. You're funded. Now you need to win one more again, 1500. That's a payout, right? And then you just need to trade the minimum trading days. So with this strategy, can you actually not win 3 trades in a row, guys? If you buy 5 accounts, come on, either you have to be really dumb or stupid or what, impatience, right, to just win 3 trades in a row at some point. So 5 into 35, let's say 40, let's say 200 USD, you blow all 200, you buy another 5 accounts, right, 400 USD, and let's say you just pass one account out of all those 10 accounts and you reach a payout. That's still net profit, 1500 USD minus 1400. You have just earned 1100 of net profit. Okay, I can't make things any more clear than this, guys, but this is it. But if you, RIA is insane. Exactly, if you look from a business perspective, that's it. You can trade NAFs 100 on your personal account, you can trade them on your CFD accounts, but the best way is to get the MNQ, uh, trade it on the futures, guys. I'm telling you, there's no manipulation. There is no, there's no big different prop firm. There's no stupid rules like, oh, you opened this many lots before this time, you closed it this hours, this minutes before the news trade. No news trading, nothing. Consistency basically is just 50% in some prop firms. Don't miss this out. We've been missing out a lot because we've been trading CFDs and waiting for phase one, phase twos to pass. There's no point going in through all that. You request a payout and then you either blow it and then you come back the next day, right? I hope everything's clear. Uh, just let me know if you guys have any questions. Go back test the 1 month data. If you really, really want to put some effort into it, go back test the 1 month data. If you do back test the 1 month of data, at least one last 1 month or the 1 month before that, I will get you a one-on-one call to address all your problems, whatever it is. Yeah, and it's just one trade a day. Yeah, one trade a day, that's it. And if you find like you missed, if you missed a trade, if you find like, okay, I entered too early, and you've already risked 1500 USD in your maximum drawdown account of 2000 USD, and you only have 500 USD for that day, you can just take another trade. Either you're going to blow the account or you're going to pass it, which I have done it. I lost the first trade. If you can remember the screenshot I posted you, I risked the remaining and made 2K, right? So trust me, human instincts do come in cross at some point where you were so solid with it, but you see a big ass candle with a big rejection, you were forced to enter it. But then that's all human psychology, right? That's what we all are trying to perfect. All right, guys, I need to go to Jumma, so take care. Thank you so much for you guys who are patient. That's why I'm still keeping this running. But at some point, if I decide, there's less people here joining, then I might just make everything free of charge and just hang my boots, because I think I've done enough of me teaching you guys. I've done enough of videos. uh Share screenshots of time, I will do it, bro. I'll do it once I'm back from Musk. But if there's anyone else who could help, I would appreciate that as well. All right, cheers, guys. The next um I'll share a screenshot of my Vantage. Next video about would be me flipping $100 to make 500% ROI. That's 500 USD. Any people have any questions with my legitimacy of my bank accounts? Whatever the screenshots I'm providing, you can contact. Right, I'll show you the details. But this shit is real, right? If you are trading prop firms, you can just deposit small amounts and flip it, but it all comes down with some sort of a risk. That's why I'm telling you, you need to have a day job, 9 to 5 job, so you're able to deposit some amount to flip it, right? If you're someone like me who can risk 500 to make 5K, you can do that. If you're someone like me who are risk 100 to make 500, you can do that. If you're someone who can only risk $10 to make 50, you can do that as well, right? But that's all gonna come later on, once you guys are really confident with the strategy, and then you back tested, you have some data, and you're feeling confident with it. Then I'll share that. Okay, cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh my